And welcome. This is Ashley's Heart Song. This is the place where we get out of the stress and back into our body, our life, and our business. When we tap into the song of our heart, that is when we master the mind and the stress that can steal our life. Welcome to today's show. I am Ashley, your host, and welcome. This is the show all about the repercussions of overdoing it. So let's start with our vitality score, because when we overdo it, we feel it in the vitality score, because the vitality score is made up of your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual bodies. So let's tackle the mental first. Mentally, where are you today? Mentally, are you on point? Are you clear? That's going to score you a 10. Or are you scoring a little low today on that little scale of 1 to 10? Are you unclear? Are you fatigued of mind? Are you foggy thinking? That's going to score you closer to the 1. Write down your score. And next, let's go to your emotional body. Emotionally, how are you today? Are you emotionally balanced? Are you just happy, joyful? That's going to get you around a 10, 8 to 10, 7 to 10. But if you're feeling a little moody, a little edgy, sharp, quick, then you could be scoring between a 1 and a 5. So write down your score for emotional body. Then next, let's go to your physical body. Physically, where are you today? Physically, are you strong? Are you feeling like you got plenty of energy to get through the day? Or do you feel lower on the scale? Do you feel fatigued, tired, wore out? Write down your score between 1 and 10, 10 being the highest, feeling the best. And next, we're going to go to your spiritual body. Spiritually, where are you today? Spiritually, do you feel connected, aligned? That's going to score you close to that 10. Or if you feel disconnected, discombobulated, or maybe you feel lost, that's going to score you between the 1 and the 5. Write down your score, please. Tally up your score of those 4 quadrants of you, and the high score that you can have is a 40. This is not a number to judge. It's a number to go, oh, maybe you've overdone it. Maybe you need just 30 minutes to yourself in some quiet to get back on track, to fill that energy tank. This score is for you to just see what it is that you need to attend to, can attend to this week. That's all it is. It's just for you to attend to. No stress, nothing like that. It's awareness. And awareness is the key, especially when we're talking about today's topic, which is the repercussions of overdoing it. When we overdo it, we can feel it in all of those areas of our life. Every single one of them, we can feel it, especially mentally, especially emotionally, physically, yes, and spiritually. When we overdo it a little too much and begin relying on our own devices and forget that we're in partnership on a spiritual level, that is when we can carry more of the load than what we could, and our body will begin to feel fatigued. So let's take a look at this, at all the different ways when we're overdoing it. What does overdoing it mean? What does it look like? It could be scheduling too many things on your calendar, all in the same day, all in the same week. You know, our schedules have blocks of time, and we have things scheduled one thing after the other, or maybe it's a little sporadic. But typically, us human beings, when we're having a job and we run a business, we have children, we have spouses, we have family, there are things to do on our list, on our calendar. The key here is when you have the big stuff, that the big stuff is spread out a little bit. Now, sometimes it can't be helped and the big stuff can be stacked in your schedule. And that, along with everything else that you carry on a regular basis, that's when you can begin to feel the fatigue, the rundown, the disjointed, the maybe frustration. That's when those fear-based emotions that are below the line thinking, that's when they can rush up and take us hostage and steal us away. They really steal us away from our life because normally we wouldn't want to behave that way. However, when we have overdone it and we are feeling the energy tank is empty in all four aspects of you, that is when we experience the repercussions. And the repercussions, it could cause a fight in a relationship. It could cause you to make a bad business decision. I don't know about bad. Maybe we shouldn't say the word bad because it's not that it's bad. It's not morally reprehensible. Well, we hope it's not morally reprehensible. But maybe it's just not a smart decision, a good decision, one that's really in alignment with what you're wanting to do. Sometimes when we have overdone it, we spend more money than is needed and necessary. We don't think through the process. We don't think through what is really needed because we're tired, we're fatigued. So by golly, I'm just going to get everything and then I'll figure it out later. That right there can create a lot of repercussions because when we overspend, the budget begins to yell at us, the bank account yells, and by that time, it could be a little too late. What else? What are other repercussions that we can have other than our relationships, the way we spend money? What about overeating? That's a big one. When we are tired and we feel like we need more energy, what is the easiest thing to do? We think, oh, energy, I need food. Food will give me energy. It's natural. But really, your body doesn't need food right then, typically, if you've overdone it. If your energy tank is low because you are stressed and you've got so many things going on, many times it isn't hunger. Now, if you feel growling ghrelin going on in your tummy, yes, you need to eat. If you feel yourself like you're about to faint or pass out from low blood sugar, yes, you need to eat. But I'm talking about maybe just a few short minutes ago when I walk in the door because I had my Armor Up Life retreat this weekend. And I just got home, an hour and a half ago. And I have had unloading everything in the car, not only my clothes and stuff, but the retreat supplies, the retreat leftover food, having to find a place for everything. And I've got to prepare for my show and make sure that I am on in time to be with all of you. Well, what do? I am putting away these things, and yes, I am feeling a little fatigued. I'm feeling a little wore out. I could lie down and take a nap. It was such a great retreat. It was so fun. And yet, a day after a 3-day retreat, a person's body does need a little bit of rest, especially the one who is putting it on and her helper. We need rest. However, I didn't take really the time to rest. And that's okay. That's okay. So what did I do in the kitchen? I'm putting things away. Okay, y'all. So I make these 2 desserts that are just really, really, really good. And one is by Chocolate Covered Katie. She's a food blogger, and she makes this really good deep dish cookie pie. The recipe that she provides, deep dish cookie pie, it's made with garbanzo beans as the base, and it's with oats and just yummy chocolate chips, yum, yum, yum. And I was putting that away, and there was one that was little. I am not hungry. I am not in need of food at all. I had eaten a lunch of a lettuce wrap with some ham and turkey in it and some hummus. I was fine. I did not need this. And what did I do? Because I was fatigued. I was feeling like I needed some energy when really it wasn't food that I need. It's really rest. But I ate that little thing. And after it went in my mouth, I went, well, golly, why did I do that? And as I'm looking back, I'm going, well, it's because I'm fatigued. And that food is right there. And I'm thinking I need some energy in order to do my show. That's the reason why I encourage people to be in slow mode. And I really wasn't in slow mode. I wasn't rushed. I wasn't hurried, but I was fatigued. And I was putting things away and knew I had a limited amount of time before I needed to come out here. So we can make poor choices around food when we've overdone it. And I didn't overdo it. I just didn't rest afterwards, right? So that's overdoing it, I guess. I'm trying to make myself feel better. I'm trying to make myself, I don't know. That's interesting, isn't it? I love being human. I love it so much. I'm on this journey with all of you, learning to be slow, learning to eat slow, being consistent with that lifestyle of slow, being consistent with the lifestyle of eating for nourishment and not for comfort, not for anything that I was seeking earlier. It's it's a fun adventure into learning more about being a human being and giving ourselves some grace. So right now I'm giving myself some grace for having a little brownie that I didn't need, but that I did anyway because I was fatigued. Other repercussions. I have worked with some people that when it comes to food, they overeat at one time. So they sit down and eat more than what they want. It's kind of like going to a restaurant and they have either a free basket of chips or breadsticks or something that you can just start munching on right away, and you munch on those and then your meal is brought to you and you realize, wow, I'm not even hungry anymore, but I ordered this, so I've got to eat it. And then you eat it anyway because we're not thinking, because we're rushing, because we've overdone it on our schedule. We have packed things in and we think, okay, I just got to take a time out to eat. And we just shovel it in without thinking. So our physical body takes a beating when we've overdone it. Not only is your energy tank empty, but your gut brain is freaking out because it's a little stressed and you just overloaded it with food. There's more than likely lack of sleep when we overdo it. We typically don't sleep well when we've overdone it. Your body is also most likely dehydrated. Those are four biggies for the physical body. The physical body doesn't recuperate quickly when we are deficient in those four things or overdone it in a couple of them. So the closet eating, overeating, the binge eating, all of that happens when we are going 9-0 because we put too much on our schedule. What are other repercussions that we can have? Well, you can have some body aches. When we overdo it, for any reason, sometimes your body may ache. Sometimes you stub your toe, bonk your head, and lose your keys. When we overdo it, we lose our mind mentally. We lose our mind and we're not clear. We forget stuff. We have scattered thoughts. Repercussions emotionally, we are sharp-tongued. Maybe cry easy, weep. Emotionally, maybe it's a little moody and a little rocky and you're up and down. You could be like Hanoi Hannah and just wah, freak out dance, even on an emotional level. The repercussions of being disconnected spiritually is you're lost. You feel disconnected. And when we feel disconnected, there's a feeling of helplessness. So the idea here around overdoing it, what does that look like in your life? What does it look like in your life? When you overdo it, what does it look like? What does it feel like? And when you can get that down and understand what it looks like and what it feels like, That's when you're in awareness and you can begin looking ahead and organizing your schedule in a way that feels more natural. It's more in flow. You feel as though you can do it and do it with ease and grace. Overdoing it is, as Americans, we tend to really overdo it and ignore the possibility of downtime, right? We ignore, and many times the thought of resting and recuperating is looked down upon, and it's a badge of honor to keep working nonstop 24/7. It's a badge of honor, and people wear that. Being busy, being um, in chaos is that badge of honor, when really it's not a badge of honor. It's a badge of dis-ease in the body. It's a badge of possible illness. It's a badge of breakdown. It's not a badge of honor. So look at your own life and see where are you overdoing it, and how can you correct that? How can you make a course correction so that you are operating in peace? You're operating with ease and grace. And you can do it. You can do everything that you've put on your schedule because you have lined it up in a way that is in flow for you. It nourishes you. And yes, we are going to have those times when things wear us out. We are a human being, but we listen to our body and we rest. We listen to our body and we give it nourishment, hydration, sleep, supplementation. Be at ease when things don't seem like they are going your way. Maybe you are in a time of your year where there's a lot, and this could be a time of year for you when there are things back to back: kids programs, parties, celebrations, events, retreats. Maybe there's just a lot, one thing after the other. And the idea here is to just be at ease with whatever schedule you set up. Breathe, go slow, do not rush through it. Be at ease and be slow. Breathe long, slow, smooth, deep, and even. Allow your physical actions to be slow, not lazy, not dragging, but slow, not rushing, not being a Speedy Gonzalez, but just being at ease and going through the motions with confidence, with strategy, and with ease and grace. It's a choice that we are faced with every day, y'all. We can either choose to run through our life with the freak out dance going on, or we can choose to go through our life calm, confident, with strategy, and trust that everything will always works out, and have faith in the unfolding of it. Just be at ease, because it is all going to work out. Everything comes out in the wash. Everything. Doesn't that feel good? It feels so much better, doesn't it? To realize that you have this option. You don't have to go through your life Mach 10 with your hair on fire, causing dis-ease and struggle in your body. You don't have to do that. Even if your schedule is packed, you have the option to be slow, to be at ease, and to trust and have faith in the unfolding of it all. I have loved this time with you, sharing this experience that I just had. It's just been amazing, and I am so grateful and honored to be able to do that with you today. Join me next week as we continue to armor up our lives here on Ashley's Heart Song on the Win Win Women TV network. I look forward to seeing you next time.